We are on YouTube AAW for another edition of Alive. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Joe Dombrowski, joined by my new friend and colleague Zach Thompson as we nearly end this thing. Before we get started, we kick things off with newcomer Aminah Belmont, one-on-one with the returning arachnid, Blair Onyx. Zach, welcome to AAW.
Thank you very much, Joe. Nice to be here. Pleasure to be alongside you. Aminah Belmont really getting some licks in here in the open.
Well, Aminah certainly making her AAW debut, still a rookie out of the Black and the Brave school, but comes from the Belmont estate, and she's got, from what I understand, some family money behind her journey into wrestling. Elevated DDT into the cover for 2 right there, and a deeper hook of the legs that time against the more seasoned, alive stalwart, Blair Onyx. She's throwing a tantrum already, Zach. We just got on the air.
I was just going to say, she certainly acts like she's got a little bit of money behind this. One has to wonder if Mr. Belmont is, or maybe Miss, I don't know, is treating the AAW management to some tips.
Well, you never quite know what's going on, as Aminah didn't know what was going on with Blair Onyx there. She was attempting a bit of a makeshift tarantula. Blair Onyx is kind of the living human embodiment of a spider. She's obsessed with them, she's friends with them, she communicates with them, and she's like one in pretty much everything she does, as far as how meticulously she stalks her prey and how dangerous she is to the outsiders.
You're right, this mysterious woman from Moscow, Russia. I followed her career for quite some time. Classically trained as a dancer.
Wow.
And then something went terribly wrong.
Gonna dance all over her opponent in a manner of speaking. But
certainly.
You look at the AAW women's division, it's always fast and furious, always highly competitive, as the shoulders trapped now by Aminah. Of course, we know the collision course that Sierra has been on with Christy Janes, the women's champion, as the shoulders nearly down there. As we look ahead to AAW Legacy, the final event of the calendar year, December 30th, highspots.tv, as Blair Onyx just drilled Aminah face first, and Blair Onyx, was it 3? Officials got the best view in the house, but
he's saying no. The match continues.
Well, Blair Onyx is looking to do some more damage. She had hit the spider bite, but not enough. Now into the spider lock.
There it is.
And an immediate submission, only a matter of time.
In 2 minutes, 31 seconds, your winner, the Arachnid, Blair Onyx.
Zach, what do you think? Blair Onyx looking really good out there.
Absolutely, Blair Onyx dominant in that contest, but I have a feeling we haven't seen the last of Aminah Belmont.
Will Blair be in the conversation soon? Christy Jane Sierra, December 30th, AAW Legacy.
People like you and people like me. It's the fact that
Anthony Catena, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we heard you're back here.
Kid, get the hell out of here.
People said
Get the hell out of here. Don't ever dress like me like that again, all right? Get the hell out of here.
We heard you're back here. There's
What do you want,
noise going on. What are you doing here?
What am I doing here? Honestly, I think that's a good question for AAW management. Why did it take me so long to get here? Huh? Yeah. Well, regardless of how I feel about Chicago and the people in it, I hold this sport and this company in high regard. And tonight, I want you to plan to see a performance like no other, because when I step into prime time, I not only elevate my performance, but my mindset. The mindset of a champion, and that's exactly how I'll be perceived right here tonight, a champion. And believe me when I tell you, it won't take long for me to have championship gold around my waist here at AAW. Because I am the past, the present, and the future legend. And whether you like it or not, the future's now for Anthony effing Catena.
So a couple of debuts here on this segment of Alive, as Buns of Steel, Jay Fowler for the very first time taking on the 350-plus pound Brohemoth. And Zach, Alive is a place where young talent gets discovered, where you make your way here in AAW. Only one chance to make a first impression, but only one man can come out on top.
Oh, you said it, Joe. And as if right into the Brohemoth's ear, we had a big clothesline taking Fowler to the mat.
Well, certainly Fowler, somebody very full of himself, but Brohemoth says he's from level 4, the Gigabyte Grizzly. He's a very smash-mouth, abrasive individual. In his downtime, he likes to play video games and likes to be very cool and mellow, but in the ring, that mood changes. But check out Fowler. Zach, is this unwise? Man. Is this more brazen than anything?
I would say so. I mean, I would say Fowler's weapons aren't the only thing that seem to be made of steel, but I would not have tried that lift if I were him.
Well, you talk about athletes getting discovered here on AAW Live. Certainly one of those individuals that has rose to meteoric heights, Levi Everett. We know Levi has been pursuing the likes of Davey Vega for the Heritage Championship. We cite big effort by Levi back at our Windy City Classic as Brohemoth just barreling over Jay Fowler.
Oh, jeez. Look at this lift into the suplex position from sitting and wow.
Yeah, no leverage. Nowhere for Fowler to go as Brohemoth controls the offense now into an emphatic cover, only 2. But, Zach, if fans out there missed the Windy City Classic, you can see it anytime on highspots.tv right now. What an event, a signature pinnacle event on the AAW calendar year.
Absolutely. It's the 17th, if I'm correct. What an event. And we're hot off the heels of that. So many questions remain.
Yeah, without question. And the train keeps on rolling. We're heading into our last event of the year. It's called Legacy, December 30th, highspots.tv, 100% live. And we're so excited to see the return of Josh Alexander, the return of Masha Slamovich.
Wow.
And what about the confrontation surrounding the AAW Championship? And check out the brute strength. The big man off balance. And old Buns of Steel got a slam off.
That was a big power slam. And now with a Buns of Steel right to the face of the Brohemoth. Can this be enough?
Oh, glutes upside the head, and he beat him.
2 minutes, 27 seconds. Your winner, Buns of Steel, Jay Fowler.
Well, Jay Fowler may have just parked his rear end to an irregular spot in AAW Live because Fowler downs a big man in a big debut here on AAW Live.
Absolutely.
Well, the gentleman effectively known to some as Hartenbauer Jr., HBJ, I know him as Sean Logan, but be that as it may, he steps into one-on-one action against El Sueño, Iniestra, next up on Alive. And Zach, it seems that for so long, Sean Logan, Hartenbauer Jr., has been the lapdog, the errand boy of Johnny Bravo and company, and in many ways, it's stalled his career, but in many ways, it gives him a strange confidence.
Well, I mean, he's got a lot of backup should he need it. Right now, wow, El Sueño was looking to make a joke out of Sean as well.
Yeah, Iniestra with a nice takedown on the drop kick, a power lifter in the 82.5 kilo weight class with the USAPL.
Wow.
Man who's trained with the likes of Casey James and Steve Boz, some names that many ardent fans are familiar with over the years, but Sean Logan, he's still very young. He's still in his early 20s, starting out, his best years ahead of him. But you talk about that Johnny Bravo grouping, and they had a busy night at the Windy City Classic a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, they did, absolutely.
You talk about Davey Vega and his matchup with the Heritage Championship and the returning Braden Lee. So great to see him back in 100%. And what about the physical matchup between Hartenbauer and Mike Bennett? You can all see that now replay on highspots.tv. But it should be interesting to see where Johnny Bravo's faction goes. Davey Vega knows that there's Levi Everett, knows that there's a number of other athletes that want a shot at him. And will they end the year strong? We'll find out at Legacy December 30th, but right now Sean Logan doing a good job of keeping the momentum rolling in the direction they want. And a count of 2 there. What do you think of that cover, Zach?
It was a bit nonchalant, a bit arrogant. Like you said, the confidence from Johnny Bravo. I mean, whoa.
I mean,
big shot to the midsection.
You've been around, the business for a long time, and certainly you've come up and learned different lessons from different people. Sometimes when you get fed bad advice at a young age, that sticks with you and it really affects your development. I don't think Sean Logan, anything he's being told is to the benefit of Sean Logan. It all goes back to those above him.
I wouldn't disagree with that. I think it's a very astute assessment. Right now, we see El Sueño Iniestra being able to take advantage of some missteps by Logan. And now El Sueño to the top rope.
Yeah. Iniestra, such a adept high flyer, lucha style. Sean Logan
Ooh, look at
rolls through, traps the shoulders, and nearly beat him.
I thought he was going to take it.
Wow. What a near fall situation by Sean Logan. Hartenbauer Jr.
HBJ, that's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Well, hey, he had Kaya McKenna as his protege a month ago. We almost had Hartenbauer the third. There's a side slam, and
That's it.
he does it.
Wow.
2 minutes, 46 seconds. Your winner, Sabotage, Sean Logan.
Maybe the only man in wrestling or the world aloof enough to wear an untucked shirt with a bow tie, but bottom line is, Sean Logan gets the win, and if nothing else, that means Johnny Bravo gets another percentage of the winner's purse.
Sean,
Yeah, what's up?
you just won.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I gotta tell Hartenbauer, man. He's not gonna believe what just happened. This is fantastic. We got a dub on a live. Oh my God. He's gonna be so proud of me. So proud of me, Jet. Let's go.
Two very well put together athletes in action now. It is Anthony Catena in the red tights, and in the camo it's Devil Dog Dustan Moseley. Another couple of debuts here, along with the debut exact tops by my side. Certainly going to be a physical encounter when you got this much beef in the ring at once.
You are not wrong, Joe Dabrowski. I mean, look at the physiques on these two gentlemen. Very evenly matched, it seems. Catena, though, looks like he's carved out of stone.
Yeah, speaking of beef, you think back to the Windy City Classic. Big Beef Gnarls Garvin in his very first AAW main event, the fight he gave to Jake Something. What a story it was to see Gnarls Garvin grow from, I mean, basically within a span of what, 6 or 8 months from the opening few matches to the main event. What a groundswell of support he's gotten throughout 2022.
Absolutely. It seemed almost overnight, as you mentioned, but the performance he was able to put on in that short of time, really spectacular, and you can see why the AEW fans really like it.
Dustan Moseley gets a near fall, spent 8 years in the Marines.
Hence the nickname, I imagine.
Yeah, he calls himself the Devil Dog, as you mentioned. He's trained in MMA as well as boxing, and feels that he's superior to the rest of us because he's the backbone of this country, and we'll see if that comes to fruition here. Hey, listen, thank you for your service. We appreciate everything you've done. I'm not going to look down on that or change it, but bottom line is it's an entirely different type of combat. There's a cover here, deep hook of the leg. Catena comes in with a great pedigree as well. I mean, he has studied under the likes of Al Snow, Dr. Tom Pritchard, and he's second generation as well because
Is he?
Both of his parents, he being Anthony Catena, wrestled in the world-famous Sportatorium in Dallas, Texas.
Wow, I was going to say Highland Park is suburban Dallas.
Yeah. Oh, man, what a spine buster. They head back to Highland Park with an L. Oh.
Wow.
Highland Park, Texas, also, I believe, the home of the late, great Gino Hernandez.
Really?
Now, this kid is, he's 26, he's 6'4", but he finds himself in a chin lock now. Let's not overlook Moseley, 6'3", 225, only a couple of years in the game, but shows great poise and timing for his youth.
You're absolutely right, and certainly a lot of aggression. Looking to take command of the situation here, but Catena trying to break free, but not able to create the space, and right back to that chin lock.
Well, Catena's got to find a way to adapt here in a defensive position. Oh.
And he does that, and again, as if you're from your mouth to his ears.
Well, 2-time state amateur wrestling champion in high school, state champion in Taekwondo as well.
Wow.
So Catena knows how to hurt you in a variety of different ways. He just needs the opening. He needs the space.
Whoop.
And with distance comes opportunity.
Cover.
High cross body, but not enough.
I thought that might have been it. Moseley doesn't look like he knows where he is. Certainly Catena opening up and really knocking the sense out of his opponent. Big back elbow, goodness gracious. Oh, and a kip up.
Tell you what, this size and this speed and this intensity reminds me a little bit of the walking weapon Josh Alexander.
Ooh.
We'll see him December 30th at LegacyHighSpots.tv. Certainly, these men have a ways to go before they capture that same legacy of Mr. Alexander. But a good first step here. Catena, great agility, but cut off at the pass.
Indeed. Moseley jumping up and knocking him down to the top turnbuckle, now into a suplex position.
On walking around with him. Straight up power. Is that going to be enough?
Wow.
Wow.
Three minutes, 50 seconds. Your winner, Devil Dog, Dustan Moseley.
Hey, you rise to sergeant in the Marines, you can survive a lot of different battlefields, a lot of different situations in wartime. Did we see the beginning of a great AAW career for Dustan Moseley?
We may have indeed, and I doubt we've seen the last of that jackhammer.
Zach, I know you're new here, but we have two of the boldest, most in-your-face personalities in the history of AAW Live. If this match ends with the ring just blowing up in the middle of nowhere, I'll be okay with that. But it's the return to the ring of yours rudely, Trevor Outlaw on the left, and Axel Rico, who's been a thorn in all of our side for a couple of years now, as the opposition.
Well, yes, I'm familiar with the work of Trevor Outlaw, and I can see his reputation here is no different from any of the other places I've seen him work.
Well, yeah, he kicked you out on pay-per-view.
He sure did.
I'm just happy he's not wired up now and trying to call his own match.
Ooh. Well, he may be trying to curry the favor of the official, but right now Axel with the upper hand.
He kicked me out on a live a month ago. He did the Jim Lynam tournament night 2. No one invited him.
Really?
And check out Axel Rico with a series of drop kicks. I think he was greasing Tyler Volz's palms personally.
He could have indeed. It would be a real shame if Axel was able to, I don't know,
You know,
break the jaw.
I like Tyler, but you know, he's got short arms and deep pockets. That's all I'm saying. As Axel charging through, but Trevor Outlaw, Trevor has the goal to call himself the, quote, greatest wrestler commentator alive. Pun I'm not sure intended or not. Can you believe the gall of this guy? Check out Rico!
Rico with that kind of step-up Hurricane Rana there.
I never thought I'd say that, but I like that move from Axel Rico.
I was going to say, anything that shuts Trevor Outlaw's mouth. Whoa!
Outlaw, oh jeez.
Hanging Axel up on the top rope, that might have certainly taken the steam out of this gentleman from the Caribbean. Maybe shut his mouth too.
We have seen Trevor compete here in the past on AAW Live, and a black, so you're not going to beat anybody like that here in AAW. I believe it was an ACL injury that kept him on the shelf for many, many months, and just leaving him be a thorn in the side of anybody he can get around.
It was almost worse not to have him in the ring, in my opinion.
Yeah, at least then you knew where he was, right? Trevor has, to his credit, studied under the likes of Kylie Ray, the Nightmare Factory, Cody Rhodes, QT Marshall, high school wrestling team state champion, but he's such a dirty, greasy, grimy opportunist. Every chance he gets to put the spotlight on him at the expense of everybody else just rubs everybody the wrong way.
Yes, he loves to take that spotlight and bask in it right now.
He's a narcissist, he's arrogant, he's obnoxious. And these are his positive qualities. Are you getting the hint I'm laying down for you, Zach?
I'm reading you loud and clear, Joe.
Axel Rico on the receiving end.
Oh, man, I'm another one of those big chops.
I never thought I'd feel bad for Axel Rico, but I'm entering that ballpark. And I feel bad for anybody at home that's not going to be a part of AAW Legacy December 30th on High Spots TV, with the big title matches we've already signed, the big opportunity waiting for old Mance Warner, Masha Slamovich back in action, and so much more. The Women's Championship, the Heritage Championship, and Axel Rico's firing up here. He can feel it, but now feeling the knee of Trevor Outlaw.
Wow! Nice belly to belly and a cover. Outlaw not able to put Axel away.
Zach, I hate to correct you, and legitimately, I hate to correct you, because Trevor calls that the bozo to belly. I like it better when you said it, though.
Well, I like to be correct, so I'm glad you corrected me.
Well,
oh, wow.
Sometimes being correct doesn't make it right. How about that?
Does he have a special name for those slaps to the face?
A lot of these fans have a special name for him if you haven't listened to some of these chants. Oh, man, Axel Rico caught Trevor right in the face.
Outlaw looks dazed here. Wow. Receipt for those earlier slaps, but can either man capitalize?
Oh. Don't tell anybody I said this, but come on, Rico, the cover!
Only able to get a 2 on that cover.
Listen, Trevor was out here for how long? 2 hours, 3 hours? I felt like 7 days. I'm just saying.
Whatever the opposite of a vacation is.
I'm happy I got a word in edgewise. It was an incredible card, in spite of Trevor Outlaw. And you can watch on High Spots TV to listen to this guy put his own foot in his mouth numerous times on that pay-per-view. Axel Rico, fireman's carry.
His back elbow's rattling. Is he? Oh, Outlaw at the back door.
Nicely done. He calls out the Rude-O-Matic, and he has the ropes.
How rude.
You ain't kidding.
4 minutes, 43 seconds. Your winner, yours rudely, Trevor Outlaw.
A bargain basement victory. Axel Rico got cheated. Call the papers. Trevor Outlaw has outscummed Axel Rico and leaves alive with a victory.
You know what? Before you ask any questions, it's my turn to talk, okay? Trevor Outlaw just wrestled a match, so this right here is my time. I've been telling everybody for the last year on commentary that as soon as I come back, it's all game over. I'm the greatest wrestler commentator. Stay up here while I'm talking. Come on, what is this, amateur hour? I told everybody I'm the greatest wrestler commentator alive. And the Trevor Outlaw Revenge Tour, you know what? It's unfortunate that I had to start with Axel Rico, but...
Hey!
What do you... This is my interview time.
What
are
the hell,
you doing?
man? You've been putting me over on commentary, talking about our hurt. We've been hanging out, brother. I thought we was gonna be fair and square down the fucking
It
line,
was
brother.
fair and square.
What do you
Remember we
mean?
did the Karma Chameleon thing and we had a blast and listen, it's not my fault. You had to wrestle me, okay? But here's the thing. Now I'm getting pissed off because friendships and wrestling match aside, this is my time and you're taking it.
Hey.
So why don't you get stepping, huh?
Okay.
Get
All right.
stepping.
All
yeah.
right. That's really
yeah.
cute. Real cute behind the desk and all that shit, but when you step in there, I see who you really freaking are. I
Yeah,
have
the guy
respect
that
for-
beat you. The guy that beat you.
It's cute, buddy.
It is cute. What are you gonna
cute.
do about it, huh? You already lost? You got nothing else. You got nothing else.
My calendar for AAW opened up big time, buddy.
Oh,
Big time, buddy,
okay.
okay?
You know what? And no matter where I go, somebody's gonna interrupt me and cut my time off. So you know what? I'm done with this shit. I'm out of here.
It's real cute.
Yeah, I'm getting to hit the winner's table.
Yes.
Have fun getting your hot dog and handshake,
Yeah.
you piece of shit.
Stick with commentary, buddy. Keep chatting. That's what you're really good at. Hey, get out of my face, man.
Well, you want action-packed at a breakneck pace. These are four men who we've seen somewhat regularly here on AAW Live. It is Crash Jackson, it is Isaiah Moore, Matt Diesel, and Shane Bouche. Four-way, one-fall matchup as our main event this installment. And Crash Jackson, yeah, he's a whole lot of dude, and he's unloading in the early moments.
He's trying to clear the other dudes out of the ring who I think tried to start this contest off by ganging up on him.
The other three combined is almost as much dude as Crash Jackson is. A 9-year pro who's about as wide as he is tall, and man, he's so intense.
Absolutely. There's somebody who I tried to get a couple words in edgewise with backstage. So focused, so intense. But we just saw Shane Boucher kick the taste out of his mouth.
Shane Boucher, the Cajun Kid, he's here at 115 Bourbon Street, but maybe not the Bourbon Street he feels most at home at. And Matt Diesel springs up with a Hurricane Rana, nicely done.
Not to be outdone, the human highlight with a missile dropkick off the top rope. Isaiah Moore. Ladies and gentlemen, keep your eyes on him because he may try to steal this show.
Zach, we've talked about athletes who have started on a live and have made a big impression on our main pay-per-views. Guys like Levi Everett, certainly Damian Chambers, Conan Lycan, all had big nights at the Windy City Classic. I think these four men, one of them, I'm not sure which, is going to be next man up. This match may answer that question.
It may indeed. Right now, Isaiah Moore with the back elbows trying to get Crash Jackson off him. Caught by a whole lot of dude there.
Isaiah's been making more dude out of himself. He's put on some upper body mass and some size, but you wouldn't tell by the way Crash Jackson manipulates him.
Boucher now with some offense inside. Pop up. Oh, spoiled. And now, whoop, out the back door.
Oh, not enough weight or leverage for Boucher to navigate Jackson, but he escapes near doom. No one home on the kick. Jackson a wild swing.
Jeez, did you see his head rock with that kick, Joe Dombrowski?
Boucher is being abusive yet elusive. Blocking the Brave standout. And Matt Diesel gets his shots in. Matt Diesel is 22 years old. He's the youngest man in this matchup. He's got the most to gain as far as I'm concerned. No limit could be a moniker he needs to go far.
Another big kick by Moore. This one taking Jackson out of the corner like a Mack truck.
Jackson was trained by Sami Callihan, the first graduate of his Pile Driver Wrestling Academy, and I see a lot of similarities in just the unorthodox nature and just the unbridled intensity that Crash Jackson brings that reminds me of AAW legend Sami Callihan.
Wow. Isaiah Moore able to pull a big DDT out to maybe shift the momentum here.
Easier said than done to navigate and maneuver this big man.
Step up corkscrew? Is that what I just saw, Joe?
Yeah, that's a
Goodness gracious.
that's about a shining wizard to the fourth power. And here comes Matt Diesel. Mid-air collision. Diesel down with a cutter. Wow. Bouche the double stomp. Oh, who wants it more? Jackson chops the shoulders and beats him.
Jeez, I hope Boucher's all right.
3 minutes, 21 seconds. Your winner, he's whole lotta dude, Crash Jackson.
I hope Boucher's still three-dimensional after that. Big win for Crash Jackson here as we turn our attention. AAW Legacy, December 30th, High Spots TV. Big titles, Josh Alexander, Rasha Slamovich, and so much more. We'll see you then. HighSpots.tv. For Zach, I'm Joe Dabrowski. We'll see you next time on Alive.
Crash Jackson, big one on live today. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling real good after that one. Some three other tough competitors in there tonight, but allow me to reintroduce myself. For those of you who may not know, I am a whole lot of dude, Crash Jackson. Trained by one of AAW great Sami Callihan, and I'm here to leave a legacy just like he did, but even better than what he has done. And tonight is the first step.